Hi and welcome to this class. We will focus on opening the upper spine, and this is especially good for you if you are suffering from back pain, if you spend a lot of time in front of the computer. And we're gonna need a yoga block, and if you don't have a block, no problem. You can also maybe use a big book or something like that. And if you also don't have that, then just do it without. But I'll show you a few things to do with the block. And actually, I would really recommend, if you don't have yoga blocks, to get them. They're so cheap, just from Amazon, and they are really so good. We can use them for so many things. So we want to get those. And we're gonna use it on the medium setting and bring it. So might maybe be a bit difficult with a book, but you can just try it out, bringing it underneath the upper spine, normally where women would have the bra strap. And from there we're gonna lie the spine over the block. And you can also just do this without a block, maybe bringing the legs long, arms above the head, interlacing the elbows, and starting to find a gentle passive opening of the upper spine. This is such a good counter stretch to all the forward bending and the rounding we do throughout our day. So this is really nice to do if you want to have just a gentle counter stretch in the evening before going to bed or after coming home from work. Starting to breathe into the spine. If it gets too much, you can also always lower the block onto a lower setting. So especially also if you use a book, you can also bring the block a little bit lower. So set it up that it works for you here. And we want to start to shift all the awareness into the body, starting to focus on the breath, feeling into every inhale, making it a little bit deeper, and feeling into every exhale. You can switch the grip of your elbows, so bring opposite elbow on top, and letting the shoulders open here. Coming back to the breath, deeper inhales in, deeper exhales out. We'll stay a few more rounds of breath here. Try to make your breath deep and steady so that we develop a breath that we can maintain throughout our practice. And if you like, you can set an intention for our class today. Can be the intention to stay fully present on your mat, can be to be kind towards yourself, noticing the internal chatter that's going on in your mind, making sure there are no destructive thoughts, but that we bring full kindness towards ourselves, choosing your intention and sealing it in. Nice. Let's release the elbows. Gently come back onto your forearms and remove your block or book. And we're gonna use it now, lying back onto the spine to bring it underneath the left foot. So stepping the left foot onto the block. Arms are resting by your side. Bend the right knee and draw the knee into your chest. Let's take a deep inhale here. Exhale, press into your heel to lift the hips up. Inhale to lower. And exhale to lift. Let's do 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. So good. Waking up our left glutes. 3, 2, And 1, slowly place the right foot down, remove the left foot from underneath the block, and then bring the block underneath the right foot. And left knee into the chest. Deep breath in here. Exhale, pressing into the heel to lift the hips up. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Let's do 8 more. And you might be wondering why we're working on the glutes if we're focusing on the upper body. But the thing is, we actually really need the glutes when we work on back bending. So we want to recruit the glutes so that they help us to stabilize in all the back bending that we're going to do. And in general, it's always good to work on the glutes. Let's do 3 more. Last 2. And last 1. Lifting hips up and slowly placing the feet back down. Take the block and bring it between the inner thighs on the narrowest setting. And we'll do a normal glute bridge with both feet down into the mat. Touch your heels with your fingertips and then slight squeeze off the block and lifting the hips up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Let's do 10 more. Trying to slow down the breath. Stay with it. I think we have maybe 3 more. So last 3, 2, 1. Keep your hips lifted. Little pulses, lifting the hips higher and higher for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's lower the hips down. Remove the block or book. Hug the knees into your chest. And we're gonna rock forward and backward, massaging the spine into the mat. And rocking all the way up. Let's come to sit on the shins. So bring the heels underneath your hips if that's okay for your knees. And from here, interlacing the fingers all the way down to the webbing. Reach the palms away from you. And inhale, lifting the arms all the way up. Look up, arching the spine. Exhale, round. Bring the arms long forward, chin to the chest. Again, deep inhale in to lift up. And exhale to round. Last one, inhale to reach up. And exhale to round. With the next inhale, we're gonna lift all the way up onto the shins. And then release the grip of your hands and bring the palms behind you. Palms to touch, knuckles down, and then finding a gentle back bend here. So roll the shoulders back, chin up, look up, arch your spine, inhale. And exhale, send the hips onto your hips and bring your knuckles all the way over to the right. So hook your arms to the right waist. And from here, we're gonna bring the right ear towards the right shoulder, drawing the left shoulder down and away, stretching into the left side of the neck. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, let's come back, reach your arms back. And exhale to the left, knuckles to the left, left ear to the left shoulder, draw the right shoulder down and away, stretching into the right side of the neck. Last deep breath in, exhaling out and reaching the knuckles back one more time, chin up. And exhale to release, coming onto all fours into our tabletop position. And with the next inhale, reaching the right arm up, look at the right fingertips, inhale. Exhale, sweep the right arm underneath the left, thread the needle, come onto your right shoulder. Maybe walking the left fingertips forward and to the right corner, or finding a bind behind the spine, reaching your palm to the inner right thigh, and then keep shifting the weight back. Find length in the shoulders here. Deep inhale and full exhale. Bring the left palm back into the mat and inhale. Reach the right arm up, look up, and exhale, bringing the right palm down. Let's switch it out right away. So left arm up, inhale, exhale, thread the needle, left arm underneath the right, and then either walking the right fingertips to the left corner of the mat or finding the bind behind the spine. Full breath in, full breath out. One more deep inhale and deep exhale. Bring the right palm back, reach the left arm up, counter twist, inhale, and exhale, left palm down. Let's do some cat-cows. Inhale, arch your spine, lift the chin, look up. Exhale, chin to your chest, rounding the spine. Inhale to arch, tilt the sit bones, and exhale to round. Inhale, arch, and then look to your right hip, and exhale to round, and arch, look to the left. Inhaling, rounding and arching to the right, and inhale to the left. So moving here, the hips from side to side. Really warming up the spine, feeling into it. Nice, and let's find puppy pose, walking the hands towards the front of the mat and then melting chin and chest down or bringing your forehead down. And breathing into the upper shoulders, the neck, the upper spine. Full inhales and full exhales. One more deep breath in, deep breath out. Let's slide all the way down onto the belly. So coming forward into our Sphinx pose. Tops of the feet pressing into the mat, elbows underneath the shoulders, palms are spread wide. Draw the chest through your shoulder blades here. Deep breath in, full breath out. Let's move into some spinal waves or cobra rolls. So bring the feet as wide as the mat, tops of the feet pressing down. And from here we're gonna bring the fingertips underneath the shoulders. So come high onto your fingers. If that ever gets too much, you can also use your palms. But we wanna strengthen the fingertips, so try it out. Deep breath in, bring your forehead down. Let's stay for the breath out. And inhale, let's start to coil up the spine, lifting the chin and chest up. And exhale, slowly rolling back down. Again, deep inhale to roll up your spine, chin and chest, lift up, left. And exhale, slowly lowering back down. One more time, inhale to roll up. Lifting up. And exhale to roll back down. Bring your hands underneath the shoulders and lift back up. Coming straight into our downward facing dog. So bring the palms down, hips up, and finding a little bit of movement here. Pedaling out the feet, feeling into that down dog. And then bring your feet hip distance apart. Come high onto your toes. Lift the right leg up, bend the right knee. And we're slowly gonna flip our dog, so rolling onto the left foot. Step the right foot behind the right leg, reach the right arm back, inhale. And exhale, slowly coming back, downward facing dog. And doing the other side, inhale, lifting the left leg up, bending the knee, opening the hip, and slowly rolling onto that right foot. Step the left foot behind the leg and reach the left arm up and over. Look to your left fingertips, inhale. And exhale, coming back into our downward facing dog. One more time, inhale, reach the right leg up. This time we're gonna step the right foot between the hands and lower the left knee down, coming into a low lunge. We want to open up the quads and the front side of the thighs to access even more length in our spine, because we want to find a full back bend, so the spine is actually getting tighter together and the upper body is lengthening and widening. So let's interlace the fingers, placing them onto the right thigh, and then lift the chest up and press the thigh away from you. Look up towards the ceiling, maybe looking all the way back towards your foot. Stay here for 2 more breaths. And slowly rising back up. Bring your fingertips down. Tuck the left toes. And we're going to step the left foot forward, meeting the right. Halfway lift, inhale. And exhale, forward fold. You can stay here for a moment, maybe bringing the feet a bit wider apart, bending the knees. And just hanging here, maybe grabbing opposite elbow, rocking from side to side. Good. Releasing the elbows and bringing the feet back together. One more time, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to fold. Inhale, let's slowly roll up vertebra by vertebra, rising all the way up for our mountain pose, rolling the shoulders up and back, standing up tall here. And inhale, reaching the arms up, high mountain. Exhale, folding over the legs, forehead towards the shins. You can always bend your knees. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, let's plant the palms and step the left foot back. So we're coming back into that low lunge. And this time we have the option to use our block or your book to bring underneath the left knee. If it's too hard, then you can always bring a towel or something on top of your thing, and we find a little bit more length here in the top of the left thigh. Again, interlacing the palms on top of that right thigh and lifting the chest up, melting the left hip forward and down. So creating really a lot of length into that left hip flexor. Maybe again, finding a full back bend here, dropping the head back. And slowly coming back out, remove the block, and we're gonna step the right foot back behind the left leg. One more time for our wild thing. Reach the right arm back, open the chest, inhale, and exhale, back, downward facing dog. Full breath in, full breath out. With the next inhale, let's sweep the left leg up, three-legged dog, and step the left foot between the hands, lowering the right knee down, untuck the right toes, and coming up here into our low lunge, interlacing the fingers on top of the left thigh, and then melting the right hip forward and back while we keep pressing that left thigh away from us. And lifting the chest here, lift the chin, maybe dropping your head all the way back. Try if you can see your back toes. Slowly lift back up, bring your fingertips down and step the right foot forward, meeting the left. Halfway lift, inhale, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, let's rise up, high mountain, palms to touch, and exhale, hands to heart. Staying here for just a moment, closing the eyes, reconnecting with the intention you set for yourself and reconnecting with your breath. And let's blink the eyes open, reaching the arms all the way up. Inhale, exhale, fold forward, head down. Halfway lift, inhale. And with the exhale, we're gonna step the right foot back. Right away, have the option here to place the block underneath the right knee. If it's too much, you can of course always do it without. And then coming up, and again, interlacing the fingers on top of the left thigh, and keep pushing the thigh away while dropping the head back. Breathing into the right quad, the hip flexor. So hard to talk here. So nice. Let's slowly lift back up and remove the block. Good. And from here, stepping the left foot back behind the right leg, wild thing, reach the left arm up and over, looking at the left fingertips, inhale, and exhale, coming back into our downward facing dog, hips up high, shift forward, lower your knees down, second round of our puppy pose. You can use your block here if you like, or do it without, bringing the block forward and then placing the hands on top of the block and starting from there to melt the chest forward or the forehead so that we move the stretch a little bit deeper into our shoulders here. Nice. Let's slowly, lift back out. So removing the block and coming back into our normal puppy pose where we're going to slide forward. So we want to come back onto the belly. And from here, setting up for our locust pose, bring the forehead down, interlace your hands behind the spine, palms together, deep inhale, and exhale, lift head and chest up, press the tops of the feet into the mat, lift your arms up, reach the knuckles away from your spine, maybe lifting a little higher. We're gonna hold here for 3 breaths. Deep inhale and full exhale. Again, deep breath in, deep breath out. Last time, inhale, maybe lifting a little higher, and exhale to release. You can bring the right ear down into the mat. Softening everything. Working on the back muscles can really be super exhausting, but especially if you struggle with back pain, strengthening the spine is a complete game changer. So that definitely, I have slight scoliosis in my spine. I was in so much back pain basically my whole life, and then I started practicing yoga, strengthening the spine, and it completely disappeared. So let's continue. And reach your arms now back, bringing the palms down, forehead down. We're gonna lift everything up apart from the palms. So the palms stay pressing down into the mat. Full inhale. And exhale, lift chin and chest up and float your feet up from the mat here. So lifting the legs up, lift the chest up. Let's hold it again for 3 full breaths. Inhale, exhaling, deep inhale, full exhale. Again, maybe lifting a little higher. And exhale to release, bringing the left ear down, look to your right. Nice. Last thing, full bow pose. So we're gonna bend the knees, grab the ankles or the tops of the feet, and try to bring your feet closely together here. So trying to draw the knees together, deep inhale. And with the exhale, we're gonna kick the feet into the hands to lift the spine up, or not the spine, the chest rather, and keep kicking here, deep and full breaths. Inhale, exhaling, draw your knees together. 2 more, inhale, exhaling. Last time, inhale, and exhale to relax. Bring your ear down. Good. And pressing into the palms and coming straight into our camel pose. And you again have the option here to use the block or whatever you have between the inner thighs. So squeezing the block between your thighs And we're set up for our camel pose. Try to take this in your own depth and your own time. So we're gonna start by bringing the palms onto the lower spine and the sacrum. And from there, roll the shoulders back, press your hips forward, and lift the chin up. Maybe staying here, maybe this is enough. This is a perfect place to be. If you want more, you can maybe drop your head back. If you still want more, you can tuck your toes here and reach your fingertips to your heels. And if you still want more, you can untuck the toes. Opening the chest, try to keep lifting the chest up. Keep pressing the hips forward. One more full inhale here. And exhale to slowly lift back up, sitting the hips down. You can remove the block. Closing your eyes, taking a moment. And I just quickly want to show you one thing, just for you to know what not to do, because I so often see that in my yoga classes, that people bend back and they start also to lean back so that they arch the spine from here. And this is so bad for the lower spine. We want to keep pressing the hips forward. So always imagining we're having a wall in front of us. And that's why we want to have the openness in the quads and the hip flexors, because the openness starts from the legs and moves from there all the way into the spine. And that's where we want to find our camel pose, lifting the chin up, press the hips forward. Good. So we can do this one more time together. Maybe you want to go a little bit deeper, maybe not. Again, try to stay fully in tune with your body, especially practicing at home alone. We have to be so careful that we don't do too much, because I'm not there to correct you. I can't see you, unfortunately. If you have questions, you can always send me a picture and I can look at it, or a video. But right in this moment, it's a bit difficult. So we want to try to take it in our own time and focus on how it feels for you. So maybe today you're just here. Maybe you go into the full version with the hands onto the feet. You can also bring your hands to the backs of your thighs and dropping the head back. Let's stay for 3 full breaths. And slowly starting to come back out, hips onto your heels. So nice. Just really taking a moment. I don't know how it feels for you. For me, it feels really intense, that just my heart starts to beat so fast. Ooh. So I just have to take it slow here. Good. Now let's do one last back bend, and that's wheel pose. You have the option to just go into your bridge pose if the full wheel is just not working for you yet. So you can just bring the feet like we did in the beginning, maybe with your block between the inner thighs and lifting the hips up, or we find our full wheel and it's the same setup. So feet hip distance, touch your heels, and then we're gonna bring the hands next to the ears. Try to keep drawing the elbows towards each other, and then let's first start by lifting the hips up, pressing into the palms, and then lifting the whole body up, pressing out of the palm of the feet, out of the palms, trying to bring the shoulders on top of your hands, maybe walking the feet in a little bit closer, maybe coming onto the tops of the feet here and gently rocking forward and backward. Maybe straightening out the legs. Wherever you are, try to stay there and take 5 full deep breaths. Nice. Let's slowly tuck the chin to the chest, bend your elbows, and lower all the way down into the mat. Releasing. When I started practicing yoga, I could not press up into a wheel pose. It felt impossible. I remember that so well. And it's crazy how much we can change the body and how much we can just learn and make progress. I'm still so amazed by that. So if you are right now in a place where you feel like, okay, wheel is so tough, or you cannot manage to press up, or maybe it just doesn't feel that good, it's hard to hold, try to do this class or any other class where that's focused on spinal strengthening and shoulder strengthening and wheel pose. You can, by the way, just windshield wiper your legs from side to side. Try to do that regularly, because it's crazy how much strength we can build and openness if we do it consistently and regularly with all things in life, right? So releasing the spine here, we'll start to wind down from here. You can hug the knees into the chest. And again, rocking from side to side, bringing the hands onto your knees and starting to make big circles. So drawing the knees apart and together and switching it out. So good. And let's rock all the way up for a counter stretch. I love this one, bending the knees and wrapping your forearms behind the thighs. Take it super slow here. Slowly starting to round the spine, chin to your chest, forehead to your knees, and maybe starting to lean back here, holding onto the legs with your arms, but leaning your spine back to create that full rounding of the spine. Relax the neck. Now I have a little surprise for you, which you probably won't like. We'll do one round of boat pose, because now we did so much spinal strengthening, we also want to strengthen the core. So let's get into it. We won't do it for too long. So try to sit up tall here, and then walking, bring your hands behind the thighs and walk the toes closer towards you. And then we're going to float the feet up, trying to stay seated upright here. Maybe remove your arms from the legs, maybe straightening out the legs for our full boat pose. Let's hold it here for 5 breaths. Deep inhale, full exhale, 4 more deep breaths, exhaling, last 3, maybe lifting the legs a little higher, last 2, and last 1, inhale, and exhale to release. Bring the legs forward, keep your knees bent, and we're gonna start to roll down vertebra by vertebra, lowering all the way down into the mat. Bend your knees, let's do a final twist, arms into a capital T shape, crossing the right thigh on top of the left, maybe finding a full eagle wrap, and then letting the knees drop to your left, and bringing the gaze over the right fingertips, grounding the right shoulder down into the mat. And inhaling back to center and switching it out. Left leg over the right and dropping the knees to the right, gaze over the left shoulder. To the center, hug your knees into the chest, wrap your forearms around the shins, forehead to your knees, full inhale, and exhale to slowly release into our final pose, Shavasana, extending the legs wide, your arms wide, palms facing up towards the ceiling, feet are just dropping to the sides. Letting go of any effort, any restrictions to the breath. Allowing the whole body to soften and relax. Bringing the awareness to the third eye point between the eyebrows. And starting to imagine a soft, warm light that's shining onto your forehead and softening every tiny little muscle. Softening the eyebrows, the eyelids, the cheeks, the nose, the lips, the jaw, softening your whole face. And from there it's expanding into the rest of your body, all the way down into the fingertips and the toes. Bringing your whole body into a state of complete calmness, complete relaxation. Allowing the body and the mind to seize in all the benefits from our practice. Start to bring a little bit of movement back into the fingers and the toes. Reaching your arms up above the head, giving yourself a full body stretch. And then slowly in your own time, bending your knees, rolling onto your right side, using the right arm as a pillow for the head. Taking a moment here to thank your body for the practice and for being so healthy, allowing you to practice yoga whenever you want. And then keeping the eyes still closed or gaze lowered, let's lift back up. Coming to a seated position of your choice. Of the heart, and then lifting the hands up to the third eye point between the eyebrows for clear and kind thoughts, lowering the hands in front of the lips to speak kind words, and back to heart center to feel and give love and kindness. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, let me know in the comments down below, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel so you can always stay up to date. I upload new videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. I hope to see you soon again. Lots of love. Bye bye.